NFL Pick'em Divisional Round predictions. 4 games slated to happen this weekend. The first game, the Rams versus Packers, 4:35 p.m. Eastern Time. Who wins this game?
You know, it's funny, not to spoil a pick a couple of games from now, but both of the games that I picked wrong in the NFC last week, I'm getting my revenge. I'm not picking against the Rams this week. I'm going with them. Their defense is just on a different level, on a different planet. Sean McVay is a mastermind coaching against his protege. I think he's going to have all the answers dialed up, playing in some nasty weather. I'm going with the Rams in this one.
I'm going with the Rams in this game as well. I think they're a really bad matchup for the Green Bay Packers. They run the ball very well. The Packers can't stop the run very well. They have the best defense in the NFL, an elite defensive front in Aaron Donald, Michael Brockers, Leonard Floyd, and Sebastian Joseph Day. It's a bad matchup for the Packers, and I think Jalen Ramsey will have Devontae Adams on a string all night long. I'm picking the Rams in this one. I'm not a believer in the Packers. You know, they've had an incredible season, but I'm just not sold on them. I think the Rams have a lot of momentum right now. The next game is the primetime game on Saturday, the Ravens versus the Bills. It's slated to happen at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Who wins this game?
I think that Lamar Jackson went from being one of the most overrated players in the league last year to being one of the most overhated players this season. I've been defending him all year. I don't think a lot of the hate that he deserves is warranted, and I'm doubling down after a big win against the Titans. I think he goes 2-0 in the playoffs this year, leading into the AFC Championship. I just think that rushing attack is going to be too much for that Bills defense to handle as opposed to the other side. I trust Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey to contain that great passing offense of the Bills more than I trust their rush defense to contain the Ravens' rushing offense, so I'm going with the Ravens.
Marlon Humphrey didn't do a really good job at doing that against A.J. Brown. The reason the Ravens won the game, I'm not taking anything away from them. They played great against Derrick Henry. Arthur Smith tried to force-feed Derrick Henry the ball. Tannehill had it going, and they stopped going his direction. The passing game was going on the Ravens. The Buffalo Bills will win this game. They are going to face the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. Oops, I gave my prediction for the next game. They're going to win that game. Stephon Diggs, he's going to get the best of whoever's guarding him. You have one of the best slots in Cole Beasley. John Brown is there. I think they signed Kenny Stills. Still have Gabriel Davis. You got guys all over that can step in if somebody's tired, they're fatigued. They got receivers all over the place. Like I said, it's a yin and yang matchup. The Ravens run the ball really well. They can't pass to save their life. And the Bills pass the ball really well and can't run the ball except for when Josh Allen scrambles to save their life. But I'm going with the Bills. They're at home. Fans are allowed. That stadium is going to be pumped. And I believe in Josh Allen and what this Bills organization is doing. I think that Greg Roman is a great offensive mind, but I think sometimes his running game and his concepts can get one-dimensional sometimes. I trust the Bills to contain that, and I'm picking the Buffalo Bills to go to the AFC Championship. The next game, which is the first game on Sunday, is the Cleveland Browns versus the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to happen at 3:05 p.m. Eastern Time, right when I get out of work, a perfect time. Who wins this game?
I think that this is the one game this weekend that I am incredibly confident in my pick. I'm pretty sure this one is going to be the Chiefs. I like the Browns. I was very impressed with their win over the Steelers this past weekend, and even getting everybody back, be that as it may, I think they can make it close, but I don't think they have enough to win this football game. The firepower that you need to keep up with the Chiefs, there are not many teams in the NFL that have that personnel, and I don't think the Browns have enough. It could be interesting, but either way, it'll be the Chiefs.
The Kansas City Chiefs are going to win, and I'm pretty sure everybody has them as favorites or believes they're going to win, even if they don't think they're favorites. You know, they still think they're going to win. They just have way too much. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Le'Veon Bell, Mecole Hardman, Sammy Watkins. There's too many guys to cover. I know the Browns are getting Denzel Ward and Joel Bitonio back along with Kevin Stefanski. He's going to be coaching. I just don't feel like that's enough. Even with Denzel Ward, they had one of the worst secondaries in the league. The Chiefs on a bye. Andy Reid is undefeated. I don't think they lose to the Browns. I don't think they end that streak. It was a great Cinderella story for Baker Mayfield, Kevin Stefanski, and the Cleveland Browns. Kevin Stefanski should win Coach of the Year, but I just don't think they have enough to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The final game of the divisional round, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. This is the primetime game for Sunday, as it should be. Tom Brady versus Drew Brees. This game is going to happen at 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time. Who do you pick? Who will win?
I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a shootout. Two of the greatest quarterbacks, not only of our generation, but of all time. But I think in this one, Tom Brady gets the best of Drew Brees. This is another one I could really see going either way, but I've just been more impressed with the Bucs over the past couple of weeks, especially this past weekend. I didn't think the Saints played great against the Bears. I think that Buccaneers defense is going to get pressure on Drew Brees and force him to be uncomfortable all day. And the Bucs just have so many weapons. Any team in the NFL would have a tough time covering them, and I think that will be the problem for the Saints, and that's the reason I got the Bucs.
I'm picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I said since the beginning of the year that they're going to go to the Super Bowl. I've been saying it. I'm sticking with my pick. I know that the Saints beat them twice already, and the second game was a blowout, but Ali Marpet didn't play that second game, that's their best offensive lineman. And also, AB just had gone to the team. AB has been stepping up. Tom Brady has been targeting him more. Since I think the Lions game, where I think that it's been 4 straight weeks where Antonio Brown has caught a touchdown pass. So he's going right now. Tampa's going. You have Rob Gronkowski, who he might not flash in the box score, but he's blocking really well right now. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Scotty Miller, Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, Cameron Brate, Leonard Fournette is coming on strong. Ronald Jones, Rojo Jr. might be back. I just think the Bucs have way too much. They want revenge and payback from that demolition and embarrassment that the Saints put them through in prime time. The Saints are known to choke in the playoffs, and because of that, I'm not very confident in them. I think Tampa Bay wins this one, and Tom Brady, first year, Tampa Bay goes to the NFC Championship, and we'll see who he faces. So that's going to do it for NFL Pick'em Divisional Round predictions. You guys have been supporting us in these Pick'ems all year long. Comment down who you think is going to win these games and your matchups for the AFC and NFC championships. We want to know your opinion on the comments down below.